Welcome to the May edition of Berkley News Update. I'm Susan Doris.
And I'm Linda Tucker. Bob Martin is away on assignment. Well, we're back here where it all began, the offices of WBRK. And here's where it all ends up. This will be our last edition of Berkley News Update, but don't be upset. WBRK will be sure to bring you continuing news and information about your hometown.
It's been a busy month, so let's take a look at some of the recent activities and events in Berkley. On today's show, merchants in Berkley get out the brooms to clean up downtown.
The Berkley Tree Board celebrates Arbor Day and Earth Day with a special environmental fair.
The Names Project AIDS quilt comes to Detroit. We'll get a local reaction to the event.
WBRK takes home 2 awards in the annual Accessibility Awards.
There was candy aplenty at the Men's Club Easter egg hunt at the community center.
The 2nd annual Daddy-Daughter Date Night took on a down-home look.
Kids at the library learned the cool art of photography.
Farmer John showed some city kids about life down on the farm.
And Adrian's back with this month's senior report.
Even early on a Saturday morning, the sidewalks in Berkley are busy with local merchants armed with brooms. The Downtown Development Authority sponsored a 2-weekend clean sweep event designed to remove the last traces of winter from the downtown sidewalks.
Winter might be over, but its effect is still seen in downtown Berkley. Over the months, dirt, salt, and road debris have found their way onto the sidewalks along 12 Mile Road and Coolidge Highway. But a broom, a shovel, and some elbow grease, liberally applied by members of the Downtown Development Authority, go a long way towards erasing the ravages of winter.
Well, we've organized the DDA, the Downtown Development Authority, has organized a spring cleanup, and we've recruited some volunteers, unfortunately most from the board, working here to clean up the sidewalks, sweep them down, brush them off, and blow them away, and we're actually doing some hosing as well, just to spruce up and make us look a little cleaner.
Okay, and does Berkley really need a cleanup like this once a year?
Desperately. A lot of soot and dirt builds up from the snow and everything, and it just isn't cleaned up like it should. I don't know if it's the city's responsibility. I think as a merchant, it's my responsibility to take care of it. But, you know, for my sake, I'm an old guy. I'm working with a lot of young guys here. I can't keep this up for long, folks. You got to come out and help us out. The rest of you merchants, please. I'm an old man already. These young guys are getting way ahead of me, and it's out of control. What sort of help do you have out here? Is it all DDA members? You got some of the city out here too, or what? Actually, no. We've got we recruited some young, very youthful help. I don't know if you can see in the distance there. I think we've even got someone in a stroller pushing a broom. But we would like to see a little bit better turnout. Maybe this will be an example for next year or the years to come.
Now that the sidewalks are clean, customers are invited to visit the merchants during Berkley's Summer Sidewalk Sale Days, July 6th through the 8th and August 24th through the 26th.
This year we're working very hard to not only have the sidewalk sale, but in conjunction with it, possibly an art fair and a music festival. So we're going to make it a little downtown happening here, and we're going to work for that, and year to year we're going to build on it.
Arbor Day in Michigan coincided with the 25th anniversary of Earth Day. The Berkley Tree Board hosted an environmental party at the community center to celebrate and educate. The Earth Day Arbor Day Fair, sponsored by the Berkley Tree Board, featured speakers, presentations, information booths, giveaway items, and magic.
This is Matt. Matt, you get to wear the wizard hat, okay? As the recycling wizard, Matt, it's your job to answer 2 questions, 2 real simple questions, okay, Matt? Hold your head real still, Matt. Here we go. 2 questions. If I was looking for some garbage, Matt, where could I look? In the garbage can. Matt, if I was looking for something that's recyclable, where could I look? Matt, in the garbage can. Very good. Does that make any sense? Yeah, it does. Even though people recycle, we don't recycle enough. Let me show you. What's in my garbage can? Plastic bottle. Is that garbage? No, hang on to this. Would you please? Okay. Hey, look, a metal can. Is that garbage? No, hang on to that. We can recycle that. How about cardboard? Is that garbage? No, of course not. How about a glass bottle? Is that garbage? No, we can reuse these things. We can recycle them. How about a plastic bag? Is that garbage? No, we can make something new out of that. How about, what else we got here? Ooh, here we go. Here. How about a battery? Now, that's garbage, right? No, it's not garbage. It's recyclable. How about some wrapping paper from old presents? Is that garbage? No, that's garbage. All smushed up in cans. That's not going to hold on to that. Are any of these things garbage? No, dump them back in there for me. Would you please just kind of dump them all back so we can help you out? Just kind of push them down. Down. Here's that. Oh, you look good. Okay, hands up right
today we're having the Earth Day Arbor Day event, 25th celebration of Earth Day. It's at the Berkley Community Center. We've invited the public to come. We have some really neat stuff for them to come and pick up. We have nice speakers, and we just had the Enviro Magic Man do his magic tricks. We have a lot of other things going on. We have our tree planting that'll be our official Arbor Day celebration, and our Cub Scouts are going to be planting that tree. So we're happy to be here, and we're here talking with the public and trying to bring them some awareness about the environment and our trees.
What are some of the groups that are participating in today's event?
Well, we have Global Relief, SACRA, which is our recycling authority, Southeast Oakland County Resource Recycling Authority. Have to get that right. We have Detroit Edison. We just had the Enviro Magic Man from Detroit Edison. We also have a man who's discussing Fermi 2 nuclear plant. We have master gardeners, and we have other speakers and just other literature from other organizations too. And we also have a tree board booth, and we have Four Seasons Garden Center represented talking about plants at their booth. We have, I'm trying to think what else we have. We have a lot of stuff.
Are Berkley residents real good at recycling and composting?
I think they're really getting there. I mean, I think it's been kind of hard for people to adjust. I mean, especially if you're used to throwing it away. But they've all got the blue bins. They've made it very easy, in fact. You don't have to think a lot. Of course, there's always changes of what the recycling community will accept. Each year, they've actually increased the amount of different kinds of things that they'll take, so that's good. But people have to be aware and updated at a constant rate all the time about what is and is not recyclable and what they will and will not take.
As a way of celebrating the Earth's renewable resources, the Tree Board, assisted by Cub Scout Pack 1082, planted 2 trees outside the recently renewed ice arena. Berkley residents who want more information about recycling or composting are encouraged to contact the Berkley Department of Public Works at 546-2430.
The Names Project is a growing collection of quilt squares memorializing victims of AIDS. Recently, a portion of the quilt came to Cobo Hall in Detroit. WBRK went to Cobo Hall to view the display and get the local reaction.
The Names Project AIDS Memorial Quilt was officially unveiled tonight, along with a reading of names of those whose patches make up this kaleidoscope of colors. Some 1,400 people came down to Cobo Hall to see the quilt and remember those who have died from AIDS. This is only a fraction of the entire memorial quilt. Only 5,000 of the some 28,000 are displayed here today in Detroit. In fact, just this portion of the quilt alone could cover 2 football fields. More than 5,000 school children from 29 school districts will experience this display while it is here. Hopefully, the quilt will not only illustrate the enormity of the AIDS epidemic, it will also help students to see themselves in each patch. A brother, a girlfriend, a son, or a daughter.
Teenagers think they're invincible, and it's not fair that you can die from making love. But that's the reality they're living in, and I want them to know they're not invincible, because if they don't know somebody who's HIV positive now or has AIDS, they will, and I don't want it to be them.
Each one of these panels represents someone, and when you look at it, you can just see their lives. It's quite amazing.
According to Deborah Steckroth, co-chair of the Names Project Detroit chapter, about 200 new panels will be turned in here in Detroit to join the quilt in future displays. The Names Project Memorial Quilt will be on display here in Cobo Arena until April 9th. Volunteers and educators hope that patches such as these and all the others that fill up this hall will humanize the disease, as well as raise awareness that AIDS is not just a gay disease, but a people disease, meaning that everyone must be aware. For WBRK, this is Laura Citron.
WBRK is on a winning streak. For 10 years in a row, WBRK has won an award at the Accessibility Awards sponsored by the Oakland County Cable Communications Commission. This year, WBRK picked up 2 awards, one for the 1994 Berkley Ice Show in the category of Performing Arts, and one in the category of Entertainment for the 1994 Recreation Dance Recital, A Toy Shop at Midnight. WBRK would like to thank the cable staff and video volunteers for their award-winning efforts.
Hunting season opened in Berkeley on April 15th. Easter egg hunting season, that is. The Berkeley Men's Club sponsored the annual search for the colorful eggs filled with tasty treats.
Berkeley's annual Easter egg hunt was once again a smashing success. On April 15th, kids of all ages anxiously waited in the community center parking lots to dive into the 3 candy-laden pens. Once the whistle was blown, though, they were off. This event for children is one of the many sponsored by the Berkeley Men's Club. The men themselves put a few chocolates in each egg by hand so that each egg discovered would have a few treasures in it. After the last egg was uncovered, a furry guy with ears, who was said to be a personal friend of Santa's, greeted the crowd with Easter tidings and photo ops.
Oh, what'd you say? Tell them thanks. You can do these to put in your basket. Okay.
Can you say hi to the bunny?
The Men's Club will have to recuperate from this year's Easter extravaganza pretty quickly because next year's Easter egg hunt is only a hop, skip, and a jump away. For WBRK, this is Laura Citron.
Denim and bandanas, cowboy hats and cowboy boots. That was the outfit of the day for the 2nd annual Daddy-Daughter Date Night at the Community Center. This year's event was so popular it was split into 2 sessions. WBRK was there to cover them both.
Howdy, partners. Sit back a spell and I'll spin you a tale about the most peculiar occurrence. I saw a dance hall full of grown men dancing like chickens with ladies young enough to be their daughters. Truth is, the young'uns were the daughters, and the men were their pa's. Must have been time for the annual Daddy-Daughter Date Night, sponsored by the Parks and Recreation Department. The 2nd annual event took on a country and western theme with cowboy boots and fringe everywhere. Couples had their photos taken in a barnyard setting. Later on, they could show their mas the picture bound in a country frame, which was sponsored by the Greater Berkeley Chamber of Commerce. The party got so big, it was divided into 2 sessions, with the little girls coming in the afternoon and the older girls in the evening. Caller Jim led the groups in some countrified dancing, like the Virginia Reel, and of course, square dancing.
Now when you're home, listen close. Couple number 3, face your partner, do-si-do. Now couple number 3, lead out to the right, face couple number 4, circle to the left like you did before.
I reckon a pretty young thing can get her man to do just about anything when she smiles. And I saw their daddy smiling too. Adios, partners.
What's so cool about photography? When you create an image, you make it your own. Children at the Berkley Library learn the basics of photography at a special workshop.
A day without an exciting activity at the Berkley Library is like a day when the sun doesn't shine. But on April 12th, I guess you could say the sun did shine, or flashbulbs did, rather. Youngsters ranging from 7 to 12 years old took turns striking a pose on one end of the camera, while their friends snapped away on the opposite side.
There you go. All right. Ready? Very good. Are you going to do
Really good. Yeah, just like that. Can you pull it? Go ahead, try to pull it. There you go.
This event, called Cool Photographs, was sponsored by the Friends of Berkley Public Library. Renowned photographer Lisa Spindler showed the children some of her work to help them cultivate some photographic ideas of their own.
Okay, well today I first picked up a camera when I was in school, and I fell in love with taking pictures, and now that's how I make my living. I'm a photographer, and I work, and I photographed everything from homeless children to I've been to the hospital, photographed babies for campaigns, and some sports athletes, Joe Montana, O.J. Simpson, a lot of different people, and I have been all over the world in photographing. So today I'm going to show you some photographs that I've done, and if you have any questions about any of these, I'll be happy to answer you. And then, this guy's got a headache. Doesn't it look like he's got a bad headache? And then here, for the cover of the magazine, what they did is they took a computer and turned his face a totally different color. Now, which photograph do you like better? How many people like this one better? Oh, okay. How many people like this one? Oh, okay. Well, I guess they did the right thing there then.
The kids were then supplied with various costumes to dress up in, as well as Polaroid cameras, and they were told to shoot away, and the rest is history. Who knows, maybe the next Ansel Adams or Robert Mapplethorpe is in the group. For WBRK, this is Laura Citron.
City kids think that milk comes from the grocery store, not from a cow. Well, Farmer John set them straight. Farmer John and his traveling farm returned to Berkley to bring a little country to the big city.
You can tell it's spring when Farmer John from Barnyard Express arrives. On a chilly day in April, kids gathered to learn about animals. Let's take a look.
I was wondering, since I've been working pretty hard lately, would you mind if I was to take a break and we'll let the dog do the show? Sounds good to me. Here, I think I'll just take a nap here. Now, you're in charge, dog, and it better be good. If he goofs off or something, you wake me up and I'll straighten him out, okay? Okay, good night. Hope he does good. Hope it's a good show. What? That was over with already? I bet that dog did pretty... Hey! Where'd he go? Oh, he went back to the barn? Oh, he's right here? Ooh! He didn't do the show, did he? Watch closely, I'll show you how to milk the goat. Some people think all you gotta do is pull down on it. It hurts, don't do that. Some people think all you gotta do is squeeze it. Oh, that makes the milk go back up into the udder. And of course, I always get that student up here that actually tries to pump it up first like this. First, that's the tail. That doesn't do anything. Watch closely, I'll show you how to do it. You take your thumb and your first finger like this. You very gently pinch it off right here. That traps the milk in the bottom. Keep it pinched off. Then you squeeze with your other finger. And of course we squirt the dog in the face because the dog likes to drink the milk. Give it, oh, look, he did it. Go ahead, try again. Shoot. No, there's a lady there. Don't shoot the lady. No. Here, I'll stand up and we'll try it this way. Okay. No, just stand right here. Shoot the dog. Hey, no, you did that on purpose. Wait a minute. Have a seat right here. I was wondering, Noel, you did that so good. How long you been farming? What, 10 years?
I have no idea.
No idea. Most people don't drink goat's milk, do they? Nope. In some countries they have lots of goats, so they drink goat's milk. But in America we have lots of cows, so what do we drink? Cow's milk. When you go to the store, of course the milk in that jugs there came from a cow.
As we retire Berkley News Update program, we also are celebrating the retirement of our senior hostess, Adrienne Patterson. Adrienne began volunteering with WBRK in 1984 and began hosting her own show, Senior Advantage, that same year. So as we wind down the show, we'll turn it over to Adrienne for one last time for Senior Report. Adrienne, take it away.
Hello, I'm Adrienne Patterson, and this is the Senior Report for May. Beaumont Hospital continues its series of programs for seniors with What's New in Medicare and Medicaid. The lecture will be held Thursday, June 15th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium of the Royal Oak Hospital. Joyce Hunt from the Area Agency on Aging will discuss the changes and how they affect you. The program is free, but you must pre-register with Older Adult Services at 800-328-2241. The senior movie for May is Guarding Tess. In this 1994 comedy, Secret Service agent Nicolas Cage is reluctantly assigned to guard former First Lady Shirley MacLaine, but they soon come to depend on each other. The senior movie is Wednesday, May the 24th at 2 p.m. in the Senior Annex of the Community Center. The Berkley Senior Center is offering new day trips for seniors. Monday, June 12th, go hiking at West Bloomfield Woods Nature Preserve. Enjoy a beautiful morning stroll and stop for a Dutch treat lunch. Trip cost is only $5. Sign up by June the 5th. Wednesday, June the 21st, join the seniors for an afternoon at Ladbroke DRC and play the ponies. Enjoy a delicious buffet lunch and watch the races from the comfort of the clubhouse. Trip cost is $21 with a minimum bet each race of $2. Sign up by June the 6th. Monday, June 26th, run away to the Big Apple Circus at Oakland University. It's a different type of show with only one ring instead of 3. That means you are never more than 50 feet from the center of the ring. Enjoy a Dutch treat lunch at Marinella's before the circus. Trip cost is $17. Sign up by June the 9th. Monday, July 10th, tour the fabulous Fisher Mansion in Detroit. The mansion was designed by the same architect who created the Fox and State Theaters. After the tour, you'll have a delicious vegetarian lunch in the magnificent dining room. Trip cost is $22. Sign up by May the 25th. Sign up now for the following long trips. Deerhurst Resort, Georgian Bay, September 12th to the 15th for $549. New England Tour, October 7th to the 13th for $799. Join us at the Senior Center on Tuesday, June 6th at 1 p.m. for a slide presentation about this trip. Annual Las Vegas Fun in the Sun trip, October 23rd to the 27th for $439. And Opryland Hotel and Resort in Nashville, November 27th to 30th for $525. Are you teed off and ready to come out swinging? Then you need to join the Seniors Co-Ed Golf League. Join the seniors at Rackham Golf Course on Tuesdays. Tee time starts at 9:35 a.m. It costs $5 to join the league and only $9.50 per week for 9 holes. Interested golfers should register at the Berkley Community Center. Do you want more information about monthly senior activities in Berkley? Then subscribe to the Berkley Senior Citizens newsletter. To receive a yearly subscription by mail, send $3 for Berkley residents or $7 for non-residents to the Berkley Community Center, 2400 Robina, Berkley, Michigan, 48072. Of course, the newsletter is free when you pick it up at the Community Center. It's well worth the trip. For more information about senior activities in Berkley, call the Community Center at 546-2450. Until we meet again, this is Adrienne Patterson saying, take care of each other.
That's about it for the 94th and final edition of Berkley News Update. We've enjoyed bringing you news about the activities and events that make Berkley such a unique community in which to live. We invite you to visit the city facilities, such as the Recreation Department and the library, and take advantage of the services they provide.
On behalf of Bob, Adrienne, Nancy Line, Laura Citron, and our executive producer, Susan Doris, I'm Linda Tucker saying thanks for watching. Stay tuned to WBRK for more news about your hometown of Berkley. Da, 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 da.
Circle left and sing to the ball game. Take the beat on with the crowd. Anybody needs some peanuts and Cracker Jacks? I don't care if whatever gets back. Face your partner, the one you got right now, and swing this partner. Let promenade go walking around the